So a year and a half ago, I went to the Philippines, and the Philippines is notoriously known for being extremely cheap. So I was on this island, Siargao, and I went and stayed in Cebu, the mainland, and it was an amazing time. I swam with whale sharks, I had sat in the sun, I went to the locals, I saw a monkey gave me peanuts, I had a look in the snake shop. It was a pretty wild time. I got some cheap clothes, some cheap items, whatever, it's good. But the Philippines have this special food, and this special food is like a duck egg. Yes, you heard me correctly, like a duck fetus. Now, it is honestly one of the most interesting things I've seen in my life. It's called Balut, and they were selling it on the side of the road. It was like 20p, and a lot of people, would have this food. And I was in the Philippines, and I was like, do I want to try it? My local Filipino friend who I was there with, who let me stay at her house, she said it is the most disgusting thing. Yeah, I'm not doing it with you. So I was kind of like, well, I don't want to do it by myself. Let me show you what it is. Whoa, be ready, be squeamish, be prepared. It's literally a duck fetus, and I'm sure there's a lot of great nutrients in it, but I didn't have it. And I look back on my life right now, and I feel like I almost regret not buying one for the cheap price that it was and trying it. Now, why do I want to try it? Because for me, I love traveling. I love going to places, and I love seeing the different cultures, and I love just embracing the local culture. And I look back and I remember when I pulled up to this seaside shore on my moped, and I saw them with like a little ice cooler box, blue lid, white base, and they were selling them. I remember asking him, the local guy about it. He's like, "You are balut, try it." And I was like, nah, I won't today. And I look back and I regret. So essentially, this is my message. If you truly love exploring culture, you don't mind eating something like this, and you look at this when you go to the Philippines, try it. It's easy for me to say, I haven't done it, but next time I go there, as long as I'm with someone who encourages me, I'm definitely going to try it, because one day, this sort of culture may be extinct, who knows? And I think trying stuff while you can is amazing. And the Philippines, by the way, is amazing. I swam with whale sharks. The whole environment of getting a moped and cycling around, exploring, buying donuts for like the equivalent of 1p. It was honestly one of the most invigorating trips I ever had. I'm going to be bringing out a to-do list for the Philippines very, very soon. But there's so many great things where you can be cycling around or mopeding around somewhere, and you meet people, or you just find off these like local side towns. And in the town, I remember there's this town, we went there, we saw some locals, and you pay like, 5 peso parking spot, 5 pesos parking spot, or 5 pesos tip. And these guys will take you to cliff jump. They take you up to this tree and you can like rope swing in. There's so much raw culture in the Philippines, which I think is definitely, if you're into traveling, something you should look at, because it's such a raw place. It's not commercialized in a lot of parts. The people are genuine, authentic. Whereas let's say I've been to some places and it's lovely, but it's very commercialized. The local culture seems to have been lost a tiny bit, but it's still amazing. But the Philippines is one of the best places I've ever been to in my life, and I would be sure to go back there. They've got thousands of islands. I've only been to a few, thanks to my friend, shout out Isa. And yeah, I just loved it. Favorite things I did there: swim with whale sharks, moped around, and just being in the sea. It's just nice there. It's just such a nice and different environment that you learn and grow, and you have to hustle and bustle and make sure you don't get stopped. And it's just getting peanuts from a monkey. I mean, like, I want to walk down my high street right now and get peanuts from a monkey, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I rest my case. Thank you. Subscribe.